We got Louis Garoz here. Louis, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started with us, and we'll give a little rundown of your experience with Optimability.
Yeah, absolutely. So we started working together in May of 2023.
Yeah.
So it's almost been 2 years, been a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And I was running my business for probably 3 years. During COVID, I refused to go to the gym with a mask. And I'm a martial artist, so like training was stopped. So I was like, okay, I'm going to spend a couple of years just focusing on work. So I certainly lost my athletic, well, I was just severely out of shape. I didn't exercise for a couple of years. So I was skinny, was chubby, wasn't in the peak shape that I had previously been my entire life as an athlete. So also beyond that, like looking at some of the guys in the entrepreneurship online space that I looked up to, every single one of them had a health coach, every single one that I really admired. So it had always been something that was, on my roadmap, I suppose, like within entrepreneurship. So when I was told about you guys, I was immediately intrigued, and it certainly was something that was necessary for me to do at the time, because I think oftentimes you need someone to push you and to ensure that you are staying consistent with whatever the plans you've set out for yourself are. Because motivation gets you only to a certain extent. And if you've lost momentum, you certainly need someone to be pushing you and holding you to a standard. So I think that was what was my initial draw to it. And the other thing is I had my first competition back, 6 months after we had started. So I went from considered to normal people, like fucking average, maybe slightly better than average, to back to an elite athlete in 6 months.
Yeah.
And I would say probably even slightly stronger than I had been prior to that. And then over the next year, I got the strongest I'd ever been and in the best shape I had ever been in my entire life. And then over and above that, it's just having the peace of mind in work that you don't need to worry about any of the monotonous things that you have to worry about as a human. So it's all taken care of.
That's awesome.
And then going beyond that, just whenever I need something, at all health related, you guys are there to help.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you. You've been great to us, and obviously it's been a crazy journey. I'm curious to hear more on your, kind of from a results perspective. Where do you see yourself now compared to when you first started with us?
So even growing up, and even throughout my early 20s, even when I was competing, I never really had a routine or a diet or strict adherence to anything. I had some basic things that I adhered to. I would fast until I got really hungry, and I wouldn't eat any processed foods. But beyond that, I didn't really have anything, and I never trained with a plan either. It was always just today we're doing this, today we're doing this. So I think in terms of results, are you talking about quantifiable results?
Yeah, tangible results. Yeah, and also how you feel mentally, physically on a day to day.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I understand the question. So I think I was 160 something, and then by October, November, when I had the competition, I was 185, and fucking lean and powerful. Yeah, you can only do that if you're super hyper dialed in.
Yeah.
So that, and then in terms of clarity, there's certainly a lot to be said for that. But honestly, I think the main thing is this: when you respect yourself and you really like what you see in the mirror, and you told yourself you're going to do something, and then you do it, and you have a fucking statue in the mirror, that confidence translates to every other aspect of your life.
Yeah.
And I know, at least for me, if I'm lacking in my physical ability, it will seep in. I won't be at a supreme confidence level in the rest of my life. It translates on how I talk to my team, on how I am on calls, on how I teach, on how I make videos, on how I sell, everything. How I am with fucking people. It translates with everything. And
what was your health like before partnering with our team? Give us a little context there.
Really bad. Yeah, drinking a lot, basically eating whatever I wanted.
Yeah, I think we have a photo from when you first started with us. We'll pull that up here. Yeah.
Sleep was all over the place. So I think, I think there's a couple things to mention here that I think would be really valuable for people, because like they'll be looking at the investment and then they'll look at like, say getting a trainer, like a fucking diet plan and a trainer, and they're weighing that up. I would say the main thing that's most valuable here is you invest in Optimability and you've made a commitment. You've made a true commitment to yourself. And because of that, you follow through with everything, because you see it as like, you gotta view yourself as like a fucking supercar. Like if you're watching this right now, if you've gotten this far and you're seriously considering this, like you are operating at a very high level, and you need to view yourself as like a supercar. So if you're gonna buy a supercar, you're gonna fucking treat it properly, right?
That's a good point.
It's like okay, if you go and get a trainer at a fucking gym, like, okay, first off, what have they done? If you go get it like a meal plan, okay, cool. It's like you're basically buying like some fucking piece of shit, or you're buying the like shitty fuel or like bad inputs, and you're a fucking supercar.
Yeah, you just like, ruin the car.
Around? Who do you want to be around? Who do you want to be taking advice from? Like, I never have to worry or like, cross-reference what you guys tell me. It's like, I believe it 100%. You guys are good. I got it.
Yeah. Based off of what you've experienced so far in the program and working with us, what surprised you the most about everything that we do here?
How willing you guys are to help with like anything, which is the way that I run my like group offers, right?
Yeah.
Over deliver on like the personal side, on the availability, on the little extras, like that's what really goes the extra mile.
And I know we're above 10 minutes here, but last question, Lewis, what would you say to the people that are on the fence about working with me in Optimability?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, if you could be in the best possible physical condition, mental condition, would you have it? Yes. Are you going to be able to do it on your own? If that was the case, you would have already done it.
That's a great answer. Any last words for the people?
When we joined, I was doing about 200K with a partner, and I'll clear 10 million this year.
In almost 2 years working with us.
Yeah, there's definitely something there.
Yeah,
definitely.
Oh, that's amazing. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in, and as always, if you want real results and you're ready to have me and my team at Optimability take the guesswork out of your life, this means no more cooking, no more cleaning, no grocery shopping, and then you also don't have to worry about cookie cutter fitness plans, fad supplements, and even you will stay optimized when traveling. If you want all that, just click the link in the description, schedule a one-on-one call, or we'll have a chat about your unique health goals so we can put together a roadmap for you on that call. And if you choose to proceed, we'll just guide you through a fully customized blueprint, ensuring a smooth transition into our systems and immediate results. So worst case, you walk away with a free blueprint. And if that all sounds great, book your call now and let's get to work.